Angels in heaven, please forgive me for having such an evil child. What are you doing with that gun, Beth?
I won't sit back while Sheridan tries to steal Luis away from me again. I have been patient, understanding. I even believed Luis when he said that he'd be faithful to me, and it has gotten me nowhere. I don't care. If I have to kill Luis and Sheridan both, they will not be together. No, Luis will marry me, or he won't marry anyone, ever.
Evil. Oh, she is so evil. Please, sweet angels and saints in heaven, please forgive me for giving birth to such a hateful child. For having such a daughter who would even commit such a horrible sin to kill Sharon Louise in cold blood. Oh, no, please. Oh, please, no, 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 no. Hear me, angels. Hear me, angels. Beth. Oh, my God, you did. Oh, you killed Sheridan and Louise? You murdered them? Well, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you didn't kill Louise and Sheridan.
Shut up, Mom.
Oh, my God, you did, didn't you? Oh, no. That means you're going to go to prison, and I'm going to be left here all alone.
I did go to Luis's house, and I was going to kill him and Sheridan.
But you didn't?
I overheard them planning to elope.
Elope? Oh, thank heaven, thank heaven.
Do you want to hear what happened or not?
Yes, I'm sorry, please. Go on, keep telling me.
So Sheridan was trying to get Luis to go to this judge's office, some friend of the Cranes, I don't know, so that they could get married tonight. But Luis wasn't ready to agree. He didn't see how, he could hurt me again.
Oh, see, he's such a decent man. Too decent for you.
I told you to shut up.
All right, I'm sorry.
So Sheridan told Luis just not to give her an answer. She was just going to go to the judge's office and wait, and if Luis showed up, then she'd know that he still loved her and he still wanted to marry her.
So, did he show up?
Luis was afraid Sheridan might change her mind, so he gave her the same option. He said that if she showed up at the judge's office, then he'd know that she still wanted to marry him, and she wouldn't change her mind.
Oh, for God's sake, would you just tell me what happened?
Well, I knew that if I didn't do something, there was a really good chance that they were going to get married.
So you murdered them?
I found another way to stop them. To make sure that I would keep Luis for myself.
Well, Betty, now don't keep me in suspense now. I mean, how did you stop Sharon and Louise from getting married if you didn't kill them?
I realized that I could get what I wanted without killing them. While Luis was getting dressed to go meet Sheridan, I saw him having a drink. Luis had no idea I was outside the window watching him. So, when he left the room for a moment, I ran inside. Put those tranquilizers that you gave me into his drink. Luis came back inside with a clean shirt, and I watched him drink his drink. He started to get woozy, and then, finally, he passed out on his bed. He was out cold. There was no way he was gonna go meet Sheridan at that judge's office.
So, Sheridan thinks that he didn't want to show up.
Well, I'm sure she thinks that he decided he couldn't go through with dumping me again and marrying her.
How can you be so evil, Beth, to destroy people's lives like this, huh?
What about my life, Mother? Huh? Am I supposed to just stand by while Sheridan swoops in and steals Louise away from me just hours before I'm supposed to get married, huh?
Bethy! Your wedding's a farce. You have tricked Louise over and over and over again to try and get him to the altar.
No! I was protecting what was mine. And Sheridan didn't get to take Louise away from me again because I stopped her. So now Sheridan thinks that Louise chose me, not her. She thinks that it's over between her and Louise. So, Mother, Louise is all mine. Today, I am gonna marry Louise. Not Sheridan. Because I am gonna be Mrs. Louise Lopez Fitzgerald.
Where'd you get that dress?
Well, I had to buy it off the rack after you destroyed the gorgeous fabric that I bought.
Just saving you the trouble. Sewing a dress for a wedding that is not going to happen.
It's going to happen, Mother. It's happening tonight. Tonight.
You are going to burn in hell. Luis doesn't want to marry you. He wants Sheridan. You had to drug him, Missy, to keep him from marrying Sheridan last night.
Shut up.
You just don't want to hear the truth, do you? The only way that you can get a man is to drug him, deceive him, lie to him. That's why you are going to go straight to hell.
Maybe I will someday, Mother. But at least while I'm alive, while I'm in the here and now, I'll be happy. Because I'm going to be with the man that I love. Tonight, Luis is going to marry me. And nothing and no one is going to stop it. Certainly not that bitch Sheridan Green. What do you think? It's pretty, isn't it? Do I look sweet and virginal? Hmm? The perfect bride for Luis?
Well, maybe sweet. Boy, just wait till that poor guy finally sees you for who you are.
Luis loves me, Mother. And I'm gonna make him happy. A whole lot happier than that selfish wench Sheridan ever could. I'm just not gonna let her steal Luis away from me this time.
What happens, though, if Sheridan and Luis find out about their mistake?
Well, they won't. Sheridan thinks that Luis didn't show up last night because he didn't want to marry her.
What if they talk about it, huh? What if they meet this morning and they have a conversation and realize what their mistake is, huh?
No. No, they can't.
What's to stop them? Nothing. And then when Sheridan does talk to Luis, she's gonna find out that he really did want to be there last night, that he wanted to marry her, and it is gonna be all over for you, Missy. Oh, yes. Sheridan and Luis are finally gonna be happy after all. And you will be left in that church all alone, looking sweet and virginal for nobody. Nobody.
You're wrong, Mother. There won't be time for Luis and Sheridan to talk because she's getting ready for her wedding with Antonio. And she's going through with it because she thinks Luis chose me.
What if Luis finds out what you've done, huh? Do you think he's gonna just stand quietly by while Sheridan marries his brother?
Luis won't find out. And don't you even think of telling him or Sheridan. Or you'll be sorry. Because you know what I am capable of, too.
Yes. Yes, I do. I know how evil you really are.
And you know that I will do whatever it takes, don't you, Mother? No matter what I have to do, I will marry Luis. Antonio will marry Sheridan. And there is not a damn thing in this world that is gonna change it.
Well, we will see about that now, won't we, Betty?